What up, Corner Crew? Welcome to another episode of the Hip Hop Happy Hour podcast, brought to you by the Culture Corner. Without further ado, I just want to jump right into it tonight. We have a guest that's very well known. He's from Crown Heights, Brooklyn, Duck Down Music, the one and only Rusty motherfucking Juxx.
What up? What's good, man?
What's good, brother? Thank
Peace,
you for
peace.
coming on, man. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, man. You already know, man.
We
How's
appreciate
everything?
you. It's not bad, not bad. But for the people that don't know you, which aren't very many, because your name rings out in the underground. But for the people that don't know you, that maybe have never heard you, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I dropped. I was featured on my first official album, 1998, on Helter Skelter's second album, Magnum Force.
Mm-hmm.
On the title track, Magnum Force, and a joint called Gangs All Here. And then I did a lot of boot camp collaborations through the years, and I finally dropped my first album, 2008, which was titled Sean Price Presents Rusty Juxx Indestructible. You know what I mean? And since 2008, I'm on my 20th album now, toured all around the world, and here we are.
Definitely. Like I
Word.
say, we're big fans around here. We're big fans of Sean P. Rest in
Definitely,
peace.
man.
Rest in
Sean
peace.
lives on.
What was it like for a dude like Sean to take you under his wing?
Yo, man, it was so cool, man, because my manager at the time, he introduced me to Sean. He was Rock's cousin, you know what I mean? And he brought Sean Price around my way in Crown Heights, and I met him, I spit for him, and we clicked immediately, you know what I mean? And he never had to do what he had to do, man. He did the shit off the strength on the love, you know what I mean? And he was my brother in real life, you know what I mean? Without the music, like Sean was a great dude, man, for real, for real.
Yeah, you could see it in his music, in his interviews, and his personality.
Yeah, man,
He was
larger than
somewhat,
life,
yeah.
man.
That's what I was just about to say. You took the words right from me. He was like one of those larger than life, not even characters, just people.
Well,
Like,
that's why I hit so hard when we lost him, man, because it was like, what? Like, not Sean, man. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, and that was a ripple effect felt throughout the world.
Yeah,
Like throughout the world of underground hip hop, throughout especially the East Coast,
yeah,
because like a lot of people look to him as like one of the top three
yeah,
ever.
yeah, yeah.
So what was it like working with him in the studio?
Yo, it was so dope, man. Sean was you see, like I'm an MC, you know what I mean? I love this hip hop shit. I've been an MC since I was little. But Sean, he lives this shit. You know what I mean? Like he's always rapping or some type of, you know what I mean? Like he lives this shit literally. Like it's people that know me for years where I live right now, they don't even know I'm an artist. You know what I mean? I don't tell them, whatever. But
So,
like when you meet Sean, if he get in the car with you, he gonna make you put on his new shit. You know what I mean? As soon as I call him on the phone, like I said in the song, he be like, yo, he be like, listen. He start rapping. I'm just like, yo, this shit is crazy. Like, you don't even know if I'm calling with something important or whatever. He was nonstop with it. You know what I mean? He was a machine with it.
yeah, he just wanted you to hear what he was wanted to put out there. That's what it
Yeah,
was.
man, and it's
Oh
and
yeah,
it's and it's so dope because he's himself. You know what I mean? He's Sean Price. That was his whole. It's no gimmick. You know what I mean?
exactly.
That's his real life person. Shit that he say in the song, he's funnier in real life. You know what I mean? Like he say that shit. He just, everybody can't do that.
Right,
You
right.
can't. It's hard to make music to, make people laugh in your shit, and at the same time, you be like, damn, like, it's hardcore. Like, he smash your head at the same time. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So, that was some unique shit, man.
I
And
want I want to bring it back to around to when you said you were a little kid coming up trying to rap.
yeah,
When did that really start for you? When did you feel that itch and that bug really hit you?
I was loving hip hop from the beginning, man. But I started rapping at 12. And that was because of the influence of my uncle. My uncle Ray was a rapper, and he was one of the illest, man. Rest in peace. He when he came home around that time, he was living with me and my mom's for like a year, and I looked up to my uncle So he had books of rhymes, and I memorized all his rhymes. You know what I mean? He used to say them to me and shit. I still got them in my head. And you know, that's what sparked it, man.
Did he ever tell you to use one?
1990.
Did he ever want you to use any of his bars in your songs?
Nah, he didn't.
Nah.
But I wish I would have got him on one of my albums on the intro or at least something. You know what I mean? But his two of his children rhyme too. You know what I mean? So we're gonna make a dedication joint for him.
That's dope. That's dope. That's definitely a good idea.
Yeah.
Going back to studio working, I like to ask my guests two-part question really, and it's the first part of it is, what was your best experience working with a producer or another artist? And the second part of that question is, what's the worst experience?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I worked with a lot of people, man, but I'm trying to think of a good, you know, it's always, you know, like we in the studio doing our shit. I don't know.
But I'll ask you.
You know what? I would say when I did the joint, a single called Black Fist with P Rock. You know what I mean? Because P Rock hit me up and he was saying, yo, you know, that's what's working shit. Sean was telling me for years to do joints with you. You know what I mean? I got something for you. And I was like, hell yeah. So when he sent me the beat, you know, I usually get joints and, you know, when I love the shit, I get right into it. But it was like a week I was sitting on that beat, like, yo, what the fuck I'm gonna do with this? And it was like, you know what I mean? This is P Rock.
Right.
And the shit was so insane. Like I was just, and then I finally came up with it. And oh man, yeah, that was a crazy experience, man. And then we put it out. I mean, we recorded it, and you know, we was in the studio together. Then we shot the video. You know what I mean? That shit was just like crazy, man. Having Pete Rock in Crown Heights and shit, everybody was like, yo, losing their mind, man. That shit was a great experience. And my worst, I don't know. I never really had that many. I had like a bad experience recording with people. You know, everything is always love and shit, man.
That's dope though, because you hear some horror stories about people working with other artists and working with other producers and shit. So
right, yeah.
You've been in the game this long, and you really don't have that kind of.
Well, I had one experience with a producer, but he's not known anyway, so to say his name. But the whole fucking album was classic, man. I mean, like the features was crazy. You know what I mean? And I had to scrap that whole album. You know what I mean? Because we talking one time and he said some shit he wasn't supposed to say. You know what I mean? He talking to me and he's a white dude and he's saying he said something about real nigga shit or something. And I was like, yo, hold on. And you know what I mean? Like I'm not one of them black dudes that have white friends and they say that around me. You know what I mean? Like that's totally you out of line for real. And that was it. You know what I mean? And we was going back and forth and he was trying to justify what he was saying. Like, and it was just like, you know what? That's it, man. And I just threw that whole shit away. I was like, do what you want with that. You know what I mean? And so, you know, that shit ain't never come up.
That's good on you.
So that's probably one of my, you know, worst experiences because the album was dope, but, you know, I couldn't fuck with it.
Yeah, you can't have your name attached to anything like that, especially if something, you know, the way the world works now, if something blows back on him, and then they start digging, they were like, oh, this dude worked with this, and then it's just everybody gets salt thrown on their name that way.
Right.
Yeah, that's not a good look. And you always usually those type of dudes are always trying to use that. Well, I grew up with all my black friends, and they
I don't want to hear none of that.
Yeah, it's like, nah, fuck that. You don't say that.
You're getting hands and feet, man. It was, you know, it was lucky it was on the internet, so everything, you know, I just step away from shit like that. Word.
Yeah, definitely disassociate yourself from something like that. Just looking through some of the comments right now, we usually get some questions that come through.
Mm-hmm.
You never know what's going to pop off around here. But I want to roll into a new little segment that we do around here. It's called Tales from the Internet. Everybody's got a tale from the internet. Everybody, whether it's like a stalker experience, you got some crazy ex-girlfriend experience. What's your tale from the internet?
From the internet? I don't know. I definitely don't have no crazy female stories. I've been with my wife 20 years, so.
That's dope. That's dope.
I don't even know, man. Like, what you mean? Like, with dealing with people online?
Yeah, you ever run across
I
a
mean,
crazy fan?
my block game is crazy, man. You got to see the list, my block list on
I
Instagram and
got like
Facebook.
500 people. I got like 500 people on my block list. I feel you. Feel you.
Yeah, man. I mean, people say all type of crazy shit, wild shit on you because they know they 100,000 miles away. They might not never see you in life, and I grew up in a different era where I got caught out there a few times. I like went back and forth with people, but I'm not from that era where I would be, if I'm beefing with somebody, I'll be yelling at my phone and writing shit in all caps and all that. That shit is corny to me, man. I'd rather see you when I see you. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So as soon as somebody say something crazy, that they write a whole paragraph for nothing, I block and delete. You know what I mean?
that's good on you though, because not too many people can do that. You have some artists that will start like really coming back.
Yeah. I know a lot of artists that they argue with people on a regular. I couldn't do it, man. Like you know what I mean? I'm not trying to bring that type of energy, you know what I mean, around me, man. I'm not trying to be like that. I got shit to do. Like, you know what I mean?
For sure.
And you can't, and how could you get me that mad? I don't even know you. I didn't even see you. That shit's crazy.
Yeah, the internet's a wild place. It really is. Like, and there's like no limit to where people will go with their shit because they're behind the keyboard or they're behind the camera.
Yeah.
And you're not face to face. And like you said, we come from a different era. We're not very far off in age.
Right.
And we do come from a different era that, we still don't take disrespect lightly. Like,
Yeah.
people do get wild with that shit. And me personally, I don't understand it. I try to be as respectful as I possibly can with everyone.
Yeah, I'm big on respect, man. My mom's, she really raised us right with that respect. Like right now, if I drop a candy wrapper, she be like, pick that up. Like she, she everything. Like I'm always open the doors saying, thank you, please. And people are like, nah, you ain't gotta say that. But I'll still say it anyway. You know what I mean? Like very respectful, man. So I ain't gonna tolerate no disrespect.
Right, because that's what this world would. You need to have this built on respect, and I know pride's a son of a bitch, and pride can really bite you in the ass sometimes. But you gotta treat everybody with respect, or it's not gonna work. That's just
right.
The way this world is heading nowadays. Social media. How do you see it as a platform for artists such as yourself? That because there's so much music coming out now weekly.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting bombarded with music. So how do you feel about streaming, social media as a whole for the music industry?
Yo, I love it, man. This is, I use this to my advantage, man, because I never had these type of tools back in the, in the 80s and the 90s. You know what I'm saying? And now I shoot my own videos. I record in my house. You know what I mean? I don't gotta go nowhere now. My shit sound like Dr. Dre studios when they come out this bitch. You know what I mean?
Right.
It sound good, man. I send it to get mixed and mastered. I shoot my videos. I could, you never know what type. You could drop a single any day and your shit could blow up on TikTok or whatever the fuck, whatever. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's on you as an artist. You know what I mean? You just invest in yourself and keep it pushing, man. You really don't need a label. Like seriously.
No, you don't.
And I gotta give a big shout out to Duck Down. You know what I mean? I'm not signed to them as a label. I dropped 4 albums out of my 20 with them. But through the years, they always been supporting me. You know what I mean? Giving me that support with, posting my shit on my videos on their channel or whatever. You know what I mean? So shout out to them. It always helps, to have something, a machine behind you and shit. But you can really do this shit by yourself, man. If you got your, the right, the drive, your music is good, and you got your, money, you good.
We have a question from one of our users. What are your plans for the 50th anniversary of hip hop in August 2023?
I ain't have anything planned, but I'm trying to go to one of the events, man. Damn, that's big, man. 50.
50.
Wow. Yo, that shit is crazy, man.
When we were kids,
I might go to, because I'm in the Bronx now. I live in the Bronx now. I might go to Sedgwick and get a flick over there. You know what I mean? In front of Cool Herc building and shit, man.
Yeah,
Damn, this is big.
That's gonna be wild over there.
That's big, man. I might have to plan something with my people, man, for this one.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
What else do we got? We have another question from a viewer. It says, "What do you do for family wealth / passive income? Like, what's your day to day?"
Yo, I mean, a lot of people, dealing. What for me personally?
Yeah.
Well, I just make money. That's why another reason why I was saying I love this internet shit, man. Like I do songs with people from all over the fucking world. I ghostwrite for people. I sell merchandise. I do, the shows obviously, but it's a lot of internet shit I get paid off of when I just, stay in my house. You know what I'm saying? So definitely the verses, and songs and I shoot videos for people too. You know what I mean? So I just started doing that. So now I got a good, price range and shit. I'm not like the experts and shit, but I'm good now. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of ways to make money online.
Definitely. Definitely.
And then you make money off your page. You got your page monetized. Everybody, they make money, good money off of Reels, Instagram and Facebook. You know what I mean? And your YouTube channel. So it's people that's getting like thousands of dollars from YouTube or both or all three. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there definitely is, and you got to learn how to really utilize.
Yeah, you monetize your shit, man.
But I want to wrap around something you just said, and you said you're ghostwriting. What's that like? What's like ghostwriting for somebody?
Yeah, that shit is dope, man. I guess I'm writing a whole album for one artist right now, and he just had to tell me about himself or show me old joints that he did, videos and shit like that. And so, I try to get into that character of, who he is, what his name is and everything, and not try to, give it that Rusty Juxx touch, but you know what I'm saying? But it's yo, man, it's that's the art of MCing, man. You know what I mean? It's a lot of artists that could do that well, man. Like like Biggie, obviously. And you know what I mean? This shit is just dope, man. I love that part of it. Because I love to see it, but you gotta have an artist spit the shit how you wrote it. You know what I mean? How you want them to do it, or it ain't gonna be. You know what I mean?
Right, they have to have that certain feeling behind.
Yeah, they gotta really do it. Like, like when Biggie wrote for Kim was killing it. You know what I'm saying? So she killed them shit. So you know what I mean? It's a no-brainer.
Yeah, she knew how to carry it. She knew what vibe he was going for, and it's almost like if you're ghostwriting for someone, it's almost like you're an actor playing a part, but you're invisible.
Right.
It's kind of wild. Like it kind of blows my mind.
Now I got to talk about Milwaukee shit, and I'm from New York. You know what I mean? Like, or whatever they're from. Like, it's crazy.
Must be a lot of Googling behind and researching behind like shit that went down, or like you can't get references. And
I'm an artist like that anyway. I always do that. When I rhyme, I got my dictionary with me, and I'm always looking up words. I'm always Googling shit. Like when I write songs, when I did a song called Black Hole. Well, the whole album that I did with Kayo Itachi, my second album with him was Meteorite. And so the whole theme was, astronomical. You know what I mean? We had a song called Astronaut, Water on Mars. And the song Black Hole, I really, Googled, the black hole and everything about it, you know what I mean? And incorporated it in the rhyme. It was rhyming like I was a black hole. Like, so I always do that with music, through the years, like, in certain songs. So that's, it's easy for me. It's like a project, you know what I mean? You working on a project, you got to get everything ready and you execute it.
Yeah, it's almost like being a method actor and stepping into the role and becoming it. And I feel you.
Yep.
We have another question. What's your favorite song of your own to perform live?
To perform live, shit. Well, one song that the song never came out, but all my fans know the song from the video that I put out was Vic Flair. And I still put that in my set somewhere all the time. Like Vic Flair always works. You know what I mean? I don't know if you're familiar with that joint, but it got the Scooby Doo beat. You know what I mean? And it is just Ric Flair on the hook going, woo!
Right, yeah.
Steady counting G stacks like, woo! In the trap, flipping G packs like, blowing scammer guzzling that yak like, yeah, it's the hate your boy Vic Flair. Like that shit always work, man. Every time I set it off, you know, I'll be like, yo, I just need y'all to say woo. They say it once, and I say it again, then I'll be like, say it on beat, then it drop, bam, 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 woo, like straight into the hook, and it's a wrap, man. So definitely Vic Flair.
That's when you know you have the crowd in the palm of your hand, and you can make them basically do anything.
Right. Yeah, you can't get up there and be asking shit. I demand everything when I'm on stage. That's what you got to do, man. You can't get up there and be like, yo, y'all want to move over here? Like, come on.
Right.
You got to command the crowd,
control.
man.
Yeah, crowd control.
Mic control, yeah.
You gotta learn how to. We got someone saying happy birthday, which happy birthday, brother. Tomorrow, right?
Yeah. Tomorrow's my B-day, man. Good looking. I appreciate it for real, man. 45. I'm alive at 45, man. I'm happy.
You got that big show coming up this weekend, right?
Yeah, man. My B-day party. We're gonna be at I don't know how you pronounce it. Mayo, Mao. You know what I mean? It's in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
1000. I think it's Broadway and Willoughby. Word. So come through, man.
Who's performing?
Nobody performing. We just celebrating my birthday.
That's dope.
It's just my birthday bash. Word. So if you a Juxxaholic, you know what I mean? Come through and celebrate with me.
Anybody watching, if you're in Brooklyn, Saturday night, right? Saturday night. Head on out to
start at 11 and shit, man. The flyers on my page.
We believe we shared it earlier. Oh, here's a question for you. This is an odd one. What are your favorite 3 breakfast cereals?
I don't eat cereal no more, but my favorite cereals from growing up, damn, I got more than 3.
Oh yeah.
But let me try to break it. Definitely Fruity Pebbles, Apple Jacks, because I used to drink. That's the only time I could drink the milk after I eat Apple Jacks. That milk was good.
Yeah.
Fruity Pebbles, Apple Jacks, and Fruit Loops, I guess.
Straight sugar.
Word, yeah.
Straight sugar rushes. Saturday mornings.
Word.
I feel you.
Fruit Loops.
We're gonna move right into another segment that we do here, and it's
let's do it.
It's called "What's Your Issue?" Now, this could be anything. This could be a minor little issue that you have, like a little annoyance against the world, or it could be the main topic that you have an issue with in life. So, Rusty Juxx, what's your issue?
What's my issue?
Yes, sir.
I don't know, man. I don't really have an issue, man.
You don't have any little pet peeves that'll set you off real quick? Nothing?
Damn, man, let me think. I mean, it's a lot of shit that give me tight. Like, I don't like, damn, let me think, man. I don't want to say something that's really, like, frivolous. It gotta be something that's serious, man. Damn, man, I guess it's just like, just respect, man. Like we was talking about earlier, man. Like people being disrespectful, like talking a certain tone to you and shit. You know what I mean? Like just respect, man. Like that's the only thing, man. I'm just serious with that shit. You know what I mean? Because I'm all about love. You know what I'm saying? And but I don't really have no issue in life. Like you know what I mean? I'm doing good. My kids doing well. You know what I mean? I'm straight.
That's good. But respect, you're right.
I mean, the issue that I would have would be racism. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the biggest thing. As a black man, that's definitely number one. But other than that, I'm good.
You're absolutely right with that because it's not. I can't see your point of view on things.
Right.
I didn't grow up the way you grew up. I grew up the way I grew up, and I understand that. There's a lot of people that don't think that way. They're
Mm-hmm.
thinking that you should conform to the way that they are.
Right.
And that's really a fucked up situation. In this country, it's like we're going backwards real fast with that shit.
You know, a lot of people think because they don't know it, it ain't true. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. If they ain't seen it,
Yeah,
it didn't
it's
happen.
not true.
Which is
That's
bullshit.
that's just like when people see, uh, somebody will write to me or say some slick shit on the internet. I'll say something under a post like laughing, and they'll try to diss me about something, and they'll say something like, "Yo, nobody knows you," and all this shit, like, because they don't know me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, this retarded shit, and people just, I don't know.
Yeah, it's wild, man. It's just like I say, it's people like they don't want to see that other point of view. They want to be stuck in their own way. They want to be tough behind that keyboard, and but they wouldn't say that if they were directly in front of you. They'd
Yeah,
be like, oh, they dap you up and say, oh, I love you, you're the man, yada yada yada, and then blow smoke
right.
up your ass. It's a weird way how people carry themselves now.
Uh-huh.
It really is. But
Yep.
let's see. Do you have any battle bars in the chamber? KRS-One says he's always ready for any artist at any time. That's a good question.
Yeah. Well, when I was younger, I used to write a lot of bars. Like I used to write songs, and then I have a book that just was verses for battling. You know what I mean? Because I used to do a lot of battling in the street, like just walking into ciphers. You know what I mean?
Right.
I be going to Bed Style, and there'd be a group of dudes I don't even know them, and I woke up and everybody rhyming, and I jump in there, boom, and they'd be like, "Yo, what the fuck? Yo, shorty," I was doing that for years. But since I've been older, and in the game right now, like I do a lot of songs with people, and I got verses that 16s that was like, I was taught like I'm just going at an MC, you know what I mean? So I got a lot of those in the chamber, you know what I mean? If I ever had to go against somebody, I got shit that motherfuckers never heard of, and you know what I mean? I could just spit that shit. Word.
Right. And then you just tailor it to whoever you're going at.
Right. But if I had to do that and go against the artist, I'm ready for that. Word.
Now, the battle scene is kind of like really become something different than what it was when we were younger. Like the battle scene, there wasn't just a cappella screaming, other people screaming behind you. You can't hear what they're saying. How do you feel about that scene now than what it? Because when we were coming up, it was hunger, and
I love the battle rap scene now. I like a lot of artists that's out there like I mean T-Rex. I don't think he's battling right now, but T-Rex, what's my man? Cortez, Mav. It's a lot of dope battle rap artists, man, and they put a lot into that shit because that's not something like an average MC or writer could do. Like if you're doing what you're doing and don't get into that lane because that's something different. You got to memorize a 15-minute or 5-minute verse. You know what I mean? One verse that's like that length for your time, and then you got to do 3 of them. You know what I mean? That's a lot of shit to memorize. And you got to remember your cadence, your flow, and how you going to move. And you know what I mean? You got to be taking your breath. You might get paused because everybody said something, and then you got to come back into it. Like that takes a lot of skill. You know what I mean? A lot of skill, a lot of time and effort. And I applaud those brothers, man. And I'm happy that the shit was able to, with Smack and URL, they make so much money now. You know what I mean? So they be going overseas, touring, battling, like, they got careers as just battle rappers. You know what I mean? They not making songs. I mean, some of them do songs too, you know what I'm saying? But that's their career. So, I just love the evolution, man.
You're right though about being a career now, because back in the day you were never gonna make money from battling at all.
Career rappers, yeah.
Ever. Ever. But yeah, that's another evolution of the internet, really.
Right. Unless you was like Supernatural. Well, he could, Supernatural gonna always make money, man. He be everywhere freestyling. He could freestyle a whole set. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that shit is just crazy. He built different, man.
That is wild. It's a different level of really genius if you
Yeah.
think about it. It really is a genius level, intellect, IQ,
Mm-hmm.
memory, being able to store all this information and all these references and all this other shit that you've learned
Right,
over
right.
time. It's a
That shit is
wild.
hard.
It's definitely a wild skill.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you a question. What was it like working with R.A. the Rugged Man back in the early 2010s?
Already, that's my man. I just hit him up. He just
He was still a little wild back then.
huh?
He was still a little wild man back then before he had his kids. So
I don't
you
think
hit
he
him
ever
with
gonna not be a wild man. That's all right. Yeah, man. But that was a dope experience, man. We when we did that joint, that video is like I don't know, like a 600,000 or some shit,
hmm,
views and shit, man. That video was that was a hard body hip hop album with me and Kayo Itachi.
yes, sir. Yeah,
Word, man. And then I got him on he was on my VIC album. And I've been in a couple of his videos, since then and all that shit. And like I think 2 years ago I was on his podcast. He had his podcast and
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
So yeah, man, Ray is doing good.
Yeah, he's definitely a dope MC.
Mm-hmm.
Wildly skilled, wildly frantic. He's got like the total package. I can see why most major labels stepped way far away from him back then. And but I'm just surprised that he hasn't been really more embraced
Sean Sean
by.
told me a story that he jumped off the stage performing one time and he had on briefs, underwears and shit, and Bernadette was scared, like, what the fuck?
Like,
She
what's
jumped back
this
like, yo,
crazy white dude
he
and
do
his
some white,
tiny
that's some
whitey?
crazy white shit right there.
Right. You got some crazy white guys and his whitey tighties up there on stage, jumping off, doing all kinds of crazy shit.
Mm-hmm.
But see if we got any other questions from our viewers. Doesn't look like it. Just says, "What do you actually?" As a question, what do you think about the battle scene not really using beats anymore, going a cappella mostly?
It's some my people, my man King Sprite, he got this shit called Verbal War Zone, and they battle with beats.
Hmm.
And that shit is fire,
Yeah.
man. Shout out to Verbal War Zone, man. All my people over there, man. Crown Heights. Yo, that shit is dope. Like they put on an ill beat and they, so that I guess they write to that shit and come in there and get busy. Like, so now you can hear the flows and
Hmm.
I was like, woo, like it was some female on their page she was bodying the other girl. I didn't see her response, but man, that shit sound dope, man. But it's still good without the bars too, man, because everybody get to hear that. It's the build up. You know what I mean? The first two hook 'em, then you uppercut, then it's the knockout, and everybody, oh, like that's some shit to get that crowd to do that. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
It's dope.
Definitely right about that.
You ain't gonna do that with a beat because you gotta talk and you know what I mean. You know how to do it.
Yeah, it's the way it really is about the way you go into it and set it up,
Mm-hmm.
and it is like kind of like a fight.
It's a
So
setup.
yeah, definitely, you're definitely right about that one. We got a couple of DJ Big Tab. I definitely rock with Rusty Juxx. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
So what do you
Respect.
got coming up? What do you got going on for
Yo, I
2023?
got a lot of projects coming out, man. I got a project, a EP with my man Pre One from Cali. Shout out to Pause One too. And I got a whole album with me and Rock. Me and Rock got an album called Crownsville. That's getting mixed and mastered right now. And that album is fucking insane, man. Like the fans don't know that they needed this shit, man. Me and Rock always made great music together throughout the years, man. So to do this whole album together, and we got another joint dedicated to Sean, like, you know what I mean? We spitting his bars, his titles of his songs, like back to back. Like, you gotta hear it, man. This shit is ridiculous. And we got production from Vinny Idol, Freddie Fox, I think Static, a few people, you know what I mean? I got another album with my man Skanks the Rap Martyr dropping. Um, what else, man? That shit is crazy. And that album is fully produced by UG from the Cellar Dwellers.
That's dope.
Word. So it's me, Skanks, and UG. You know what I mean? And I just got a lot of shit, man. A lot of singles, a lot of videos coming, man.
Who do you want to work with that's like the younger generation coming up from the underground? Who are some people that you have your eye on?
Like the new artists?
Yeah. Well, not really, not necessarily
No.
like young and new, but people that haven't been really, really hyped up or heard of until the past like couple years.
Damn, man, that's crazy. I'm drawing a blank, but I listen to so much shit, man. All right, Young Lot. I think his name is Young. Yeah, Young Lot from Cali. He got it. He's really fucking dope. Who else, man? It's a lot of dope artists out there, man. I just can't think of the names right now. I listen to a lot of R&B. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
People don't be thinking about that. They be thinking I just listen to hip hop all the time. I listen to a lot of R&B, and that's why I think it's clouding my mind right now. But I listen to a lot of hip hop too. So, but definitely Young Lot from Cali.
There you go. That's a good one. That's a good one. We'll have to keep an eye out for him. What's it like working with Rock? Because he's another one that just that voice alone can take over a song and he can outshine. It must be hard to kind of keep up with a dude like him.
Yo, Rock is a beast, man. And he mastered that shit. You know, our voices are like instruments, you know what I mean? So you gotta know how to speak in, you know, I got like 3 different tones, you know what I mean? Like I go to high shit, I go to low, you know what I mean, in the middle. And Rock, he been mastered that, you know what I mean? His voice is really strong, man, it's powerful. So with that and his flow is impeccable, like you can't beat that shit, you know what I mean? So like it's just crazy, man. I love working with Rock. And that's my big bro too, for real, man. And he bodied this whole fucking album and the whole shit, every part. Y'all gonna really see, man. I mean, the fans already know, but they're gonna be like, God damn.
It's something that we've been waiting on. So,
Yep.
This what's this here say? For 2023, Chicago Hip Hop Heritage Month, in July, Chicago Hip Hop Urban Fine Arts Commonwealth MVP hands out PL Fresh medals to the top winners in the elements and competitors of the Cook County Forest Preservation District on the Chicago Mayor's Department of Cultural Affairs and Special Events. Thank you, sir, for posting that. Another question we have: Who are your top 5 R&B singers? As soon as you open up the R&B bar, we're gonna hit you. We're gonna hit you.
Right, but I don't have a top 5 because that shit would be hard as hell, man. I listen to I love a lot of artists, man. But let me see, y'all. Right now, I think I'm gonna just name all the ladies like right now. Lettucey, Ari Lennox. Who else? Damn. Tim's. Who else, man? Damn. What did I say? 3?
Yeah, you said 3. You're going deep into the names too. You ain't just pulling out the usual names.
Yeah, man. Definitely SZA. And who else, man? Damn, there's so many fire artists, man. It's artists on Instagram that I be listening to that's not even big, man, and they dope fucking singers, man. And the last one, I guess, damn. I can't even think, man. I just got the 4 right now, but it's a lot of them, man. But all the ones that I named, they on fire, man. Especially Ari Lennox and Lettucey and shit, man.
Yeah, you pulling out some names. You pull out some names we're gonna have to go Google.
Yeah, man.
It says, here's a question. It says, okay, if you want to talk about R&B, what's your opinion on Jaguar Wright? I'm not even sure who Jaguar Wright is.
What's my opinion on what?
I don't know. It says, what's your opinion on Jaguar Wright?
Well, I know Jaguar Wright. She's known for exposing a lot of shit in the industry. She do. It's a lot of interviews with her talking about that. But I don't know. What do you mean how I feel about that? I don't have nothing to do with that.
Right. I don't even know.
That's what she does. I don't know. I wish her the best.
I'm not even sure who she is, but she's out talking, I guess.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with her right now. She might mean something else about, how I feel about Jaguar Wright. I think she was a singer too, but I'm not familiar with her music.
Yeah, neither am I. it's funny how a lot of people are just going on all these podcasts and interviews and just wilding out. Like
Yeah.
Kanye lost his mind.
You'll never see me doing that. Like if I'm talking about stories, somebody asks me certain shit, but I'm not. It's certain shit that's not supposed to hit the internet, man.
Right.
This is street shit. That shit's supposed to stay in the street.
People
names and places, and you don't get caught up with that. Yeah. Even on the street, you don't talk to everybody about a situation. Where I'm from, it's serious. The gangsters do not talk to the squares and lames and regular motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? They don't talk they shit. You see them talking to each other like, you don't know about that. You hear about it, from somebody that caught wind of the shit. You know what I mean? But that shit ain't supposed to happen, man. I ain't going on the internet talking about murders and all type of shit. I don't want to talk about none of that, man. I'm talking about music and more life.
It's the way it should be, you know. Some things aren't supposed to be talked about. So
yeah, and that's no disrespect to Jaguar, because she talking about different things that's going on. That's her truth. You know what I mean? I'm just speaking in general about like rappers that do shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's wild. Like I said, some people just go on the internet or on any social media platform and start losing their mind. We had Keith Murray recently, but
I love Keith Murray, man.
That shit was funny. At least he was funny with it.
People be saying like they be shocked, right, about Keith Murray. I never met Keith Murray in my life, but I'm a big Keith Murray fan. You know what I mean? Especially the Enigma album. But throughout the years, being an MC, touring everywhere, I heard a lot of stories. You know what I mean, about Keith Murray. Like, so it's always something wild going on, man. But I'm used to shit like that. I talk to my homeboys about shit like that. Some people just don't give a fuck. They say whatever's on their mind. You know what I mean? So
sometimes you got to have boundaries. That's one thing we keep learning in this world is boundaries. But a lot of people don't know that. Again, back to the whole internet and the way the society is. People don't get boundaries. They just think that everything's there for the taking. And that's even like your personal experience. I'm going to take that. But shouldn't work that way.
Right.
Says, what determines an artist of the year for you? What are your criteria when you're looking at hip hop?
I can't really call, I don't know. It's because there's so many things that somebody could do to make it, for artist of the year, man. But I guess it's putting out more content or I don't know, man. I don't know. Because it's going to be different. It's going to be different for everybody. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. I want to go right to that question about getting a phone call.
Yes, I was getting a call and shit. That's what I'm trying to stop the shit.
Now you say artists of the year. What if they put out two solid, higher like albums? And another thing that comes out from second place is you have 15 decent albums. How do you compare those two?
Hold on. I can't hear you.
You lost me?
Yep. You hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Damn, man, I can't hear you. Yo.
You hear me?
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
Let me see.
I think he lost audio.
Hold up. Man, so what the hell should I do? I can't hear you on this shit.
You might want to back out and then come back on.
Damn, I think that was because of that call, man. That call fucked me up.
We're going to work on this audio issue.
Yeah, man. So you think I should go out and come back in?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go out and come back in.
Thank you all for sticking with us through this little audio issue. Sometimes things happen. Sometimes, shit breaks. But we're going to fix it. Want to give a shout out to Uncle Evan. He's a little under the weather today, dealing with some family things, so he's going to be with us today, but he'll be on next week with us. Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I hear you now. So what are you saying now?
Actually, with the back to the artist of the year, criteria. let's say an
Yep.
artist puts out two really solid 4 to 5 mic albums,
Mhm.
and you got another really bigger name that's coming out with 10 to 15 projects.
Right.
How would you gauge those two between those two fire ass albums that you can't deny front to
And shit,
back?
I'm a lyrical MC, so I always listen to the lyrics, whoever's better lyrically, or at the same time with the production too. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just whoever got the better music, like 'cause like Pat Poose did his thing. What was it last year when he did an album every month? Like
Right.
that's some shit. You know what I mean? And I love how he does that, man. Like, he's real creative. You know what I mean? Ever since he came in with the rhyming from A to Z, then he rhymed from Z to A. You know what I mean? He do all type of shit, man. And that shit is never gonna be forgotten, man. That's history right there.
Yeah, definitely. We're gonna be wrapping it up here soon. I don't want to keep you for too much longer. Everybody got the family thing, everybody got the life thing and work thing.
No doubt.
Right now is the time over here at the Hip Hop Happy Hour where we love shameless self promotion. We
Right.
love it. So right now is the time. Plug everything you got, whatever you got coming up, features. Do your thing.
Hey, yo, I got a new album. I got an EP with my man Black Silver from the West Coast coming. You know what I mean? We working on that. That shit is fucking crazy. Then I got another album I'm working on with Snow Goons and Nine.
No shit.
You know my brother Nine, man. So and that shit coming out crazy too, man. And just a new video, a new single I got produced by Wounded Buffalo Beats with Shaheem. We getting ready to shoot that video. You know what I'm saying, on some Wu Camp shit. And just a whole bunch of new singles, man. I'm gonna shoot a video at my birthday party, man. Like this shit don't never stop. So I got a lot of new shit dropping. And I want to make sure y'all check out my new single that I dropped January 1st called See You Win. You know what I mean? Produced by my man. Oh shit, pardon me. See You Win. And produced by my man Preed. We got the album coming out and shit. That shit it's one of the most inspirational, songs out right now. You know what I mean? Motivational too. You know what I mean? I just want to see everybody win. Do your motherfucking thing. You know what I mean? And I got another single out called I've Only Begun. You know what I mean? And that's the video is out for that too.
So where can we find you at? Where
everything is on YouTube, everything is on iTunes, Tidal, Spotify. You know what I mean? Just look up Rusty Juxx, See You Win, I've Only Begun, and look out for them new projects on the way.
Dope, that's dope. Again, my man, thank you for coming on. Thank you for giving us your time.
You already, man.
Very, very well respected man in this here underground hip hop world that we all revolve around in. And I gotta say, thank you so much. Thank you for being on the Hip Hop Happy Hour podcast.
No doubt.
And we'll keep spreading the word. We always do. Keep sharing everything. Go to his Bandcamp. Go to his Tidal. Go to everywhere you can find it. Bye.
Instagram. On Instagram is Rusty _motherfucking _Juxx.
Yes, sir.
Facebook /Rusty Juxx. TikTok Real Rusty Juxx. Twitter Rusty Juxx 357. You know what I mean? I'm everything. Oh, and YouTube is official Rusty Juxx TV.
There you go. So go over there, click all those links, subscribe, notifications, bells, whatever. Push all the buttons.
All that
Get
shit.
familiar. Again, thank you for your time, brother. We appreciate you. And we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna have a good night. Peace. Salute. Again, the Hip Hop Happy Hour podcast. We're out.